Hello Internet, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a mirepoix, or rather I'm going to be prepping a mirepoix since I'm going to be keeping each ingredient in separate jars. There are two types of mirepoix that I know of. One of them is a French mirepoix and the other is a Cajun mirepoix. And the only difference is the French version has carrots and the Cajun version has green bell pepper instead of carrot. I'm just going to start off by trimming down my head of celery and putting it into a salad spinner. That way I can soak it in some cold water while I work on my other ingredients. Now that I have my celery done, I'm just going to add some chopped carrot or partially chopped carrot so that it would fit in my salad spinner. Most people usually peel their carrots instead of just washing them off, but I want to keep all of the nutrition in the carrot that I possibly can, so I'm going to keep the skin on, even though the skin has a little bit of a bitter flavor, but I really like that flavor, and once I cook it down anyways, it loses a lot of that bitterness. So yeah, peel your carrot if you want. If not, throw it in your salad spinner with your celery. Now while those are soaking, I'm going to switch back to getting my food prep jar out that I'm going to use to seal up my ingredients and keep them in the fridge. And I'm just going to start by chopping off the sprout end of the onion, and then I'm going to cut it in half and peel it. And then you'll see my technique for dicing an onion, and I'm doing a fairly small dice. I'm going to try to keep all of my ingredients about the same size so that they cook at about the same rate, because when you throw it in your pan to make the base of your soups or stews or whatever you end up using these ingredients for, you just want them to be the same size so that they cook at about the same amount of time. And since I have a lot of onions, I'm just going to keep chopping them up until I fill my jar up. Now with my carrots, I'm going to try to keep the chopped size about the same as I go along. It's a round thing and I'm trying to cut it into cubes, so it's not going to be the same, but you get the idea. Typically I would actually have a lot more carrots to chop up, but I'd been roasting a lot of carrots this week since it started to get cooler out. But yeah, typically I would make a whole jar of this, but I didn't have enough this time. Now I'm just going to do the same thing to my celery, try to keep it in about the same size chunks. Again, it's a weird shape, so they're not all going to be exactly the same size. Oh well. And I did have enough celery to make a full jar of this. And that's basically it. You've got a jar of carrot, celery, and onion, which I'm then going to keep in my fridge for about a week or two is usually how long it lasts. If I don't use all of it by then, I typically do. The reason I keep this in separate jars instead of making one big jar of mixed mirepoix, which is 2-part onion, 1 part celery, 1 part carrot typically, is because sometimes I just like to add just onion to my dishes, or just carrot, or just celery, so this makes it easier for me. Like in the next video, you'll see I only use the celery and the onion in my paprika chicken salad, so look forward to that. Anyways, thanks for watching how I food prep some of my vegetables for the week.